Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Stationeers Europa, Episode 9. Alright, the other thing I could do to heat up the base very quickly is this oven project. But the problem with this oven project is that I need to pull the gases out of it first. So that means getting like an active vent or something like that. Iron and gold. So then if I go to the network analyzer, you can see that my base right now is using 2.45 kilowatts. To heat up, but it has gone up a degree, and because it went up a degree, these ferns are okay for now. But the other thing I'm going to need for that active vent and probably trying to think of. So the problem is the way I've set this up is like. All right, I'm gonna fix this this nutty heater project. I'm gonna make it even more weird, if you're wondering. I also just, like, magically deleted gas. But that's okay. It was room temperature gas. It wasn't special. Okay. Cool. Let's see, how are these doing? I'm a little tempted to just, like, dev in a medical pill, because wasn't exactly my fault that the game glitched out and nuked my lungs. But I'd have to load and save, and the last time I did that, the save game broke and ruined my ore scanner. But I guess I'll ask you, should I dev mode in a medical pill to speed this up? It wouldn't stop me from necessarily making the ferns, but I would start working on the subterranean tunnelway sooner. Just because I feel like I'm being veered way off course with the project I was working on because of the whole my suit broke. But if you want to see this project to fruition, that's fine too. I'm good either way. Okay, thinking about what I'm working on. I've got my ferns in with the grow lights. And I was going to heat up the base a little bit. These guys did a good job. It's already up like 5 degrees Celsius, so I'm gonna finish the, like, quick retrofit. The quick retrofit of the heating, so that I can do that in the future. I'll give you one more minute to vote. It's close. See if we get a tiebreaker. Yeah, there's a lot of glitch. To be fair, there is a lot of glitches in the game, so dev moding to fix every glitch I don't know. The lander survived that storm, but like with 0.1% left. I am honestly surprised. The other thing is, I don't think I have the cables to power this on. No, maybe I do. But just barely. Alright, so the purpose of all this, if you're wondering, is to pull out the air that's cold in this furnace so that I can stoke it up to heat the base. And this furnace now is basically empty. Ooh. I hear the wind's kicking up. You can hear the big turbines go. Alright, looks like you guys say, don't dev in the medical pill. I won't. That's fine. Alright, let's set up the inner half of the of this system here. And then fire it up. This is getting moved a little bit, as you could probably have guessed. And I think I'm going to need one more insulated. Come on, let me put that down. Which means I need silicon, which I currently don't have. But let me check on the ferns. 2 fern seeds. That's what I'm talking about. Came in right during the seed period. Perfect. All right. Top up hydration. And get back out there. Grabbing a tiny bit of silicon, and then maybe finishing the smelting that I was rudely, stormily interrupted. And I missed a puppy treat, didn't I? Sorry. Buddy. In fact, is Yodacam? No, Yodacam's unpaused. Cool. Alright, this is obviously too cold to produce iron now. I'll just pull the rest of the gas out. Alright, so there's a little bit of silicon down here. A valley of silicon, if you will. I'm massively not sorry. Alright, good enough. Trying to do the bare minimum of mining, not to bore y'all. Let me out. The other thing to look at is my jetpack. I still have about 2k kPa of propellant, which is okay. Alright. This is empty, so we'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be good. Alright, so the iron in there is now out. Next up, the copper. And gold. And silicon. Hey, Orange. Glad you're here. Welcome to Europa. Alright. All of that basic resource already done. It's much faster with all the better tools.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical. Low pressure.
I just wanted to make sure that my lungs were completely and utterly destroyed. One insulated pipe will cost me some steel. Alright, so that part of the project is all set up. And now I have a decent amount of iron, gold, and copper at my disposal, and I'm gonna stack it all in this printer here. Look at how much sort of refuse you get built up. So the next thing I want to do is... Oh, hi. So we got some ferns. They're not going to decay that quickly, but I'm going to want a chem station soon. But the next thing I wanted to get is some silver. I have some silver, so I want cobalt. So that's the last ingredient for the medical pill. So I'm going to quickly get some cobalt. What happened to the lungs? My suit glitched into the terrain and took damage. As you can see, my suit and helmet are damaged. So that's why I'm fixing my lungs right now. Game bug, not my mistake for once. Well, actually, there's a lot of game bugs, so I take that back. I remember there being cobalt over here, but this might just be a lone cobalt. But I got 3 of it, so that's fine. So the medical pill recipe. Here requires cobalt, not ore, I don't think. Does it require ore? Let me double check. No, it requires ore. Okay. So I need 2 more ferns than I currently have, or 4 more ferns than I currently have. So what I'm gonna... I'm just waiting on growing those ferns. You know what? I shouldn't have cycled that. I should stoke up that furnace out there. Revenge of the ore scanner. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, let's make it a little bit warmer. So in terms of what temperature I want it to, for growing food, it will tell you, I think... ideal growing temps, but it could be a lot warmer than it currently is. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. Check the storm sensor. The light is green, so I'm fine. If the light's green, the LED wouldn't even have a timer on. Let's go with 4 and 2. Okay. Yeah, if the light's yellow, it means the storm's incoming, and the LED would have a timer associated with that. And then if the light's green, there is no storm incoming. Makes it easy to know. So another thing I'm going to need to do is to make a chemistry station. But here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to flip this. And as you can see, it's very, very, very hot gas in that pipe network. Turn off the vent. And, then, to add heat, I can just put a radiator on. And take it off. I raised the base by 2 degrees, I think. And this, because it's one... Because it's one vent, it's not making radical changes too quickly. It's just gone up about 5 degrees. It's kind of like a flue, if you will. There we go. So 27. Oh. More seeds. Nice. So now I have spare fern seeds. 9 of them. I'll even leave that vent on because I don't think it's hurting anything at the moment. What ends up happening is the temperature of this, what's in this pipe, will equalize with the room. And because this little segment of pipe doesn't hold too much gas, it won't cook me like before. So now it's 27 Fahrenheit, which is or Celsius rather, which is comfortable and good for plants. In fact, I can pop my suit off if I wanted to. All right, let's get the chemistry station set up. So here's the chem station. Let's stick a little steel in there. Wow, I've already gone through almost all my steel. That's how fast it went. And then I'm going to need to run power to power up the chemistry station, which I don't have set up at the moment. So this is the table that it will be on with a microwave. So now that I have the chem station, drop this over here. I don't think that's where I'm going to be installing it. I need a lot more cables, though. Let's print up a whole bunch. Yeah, this system is a lot more controlled. I mean, it's still very manual, but it's a lot more controlled than the last, like, just let her rip and hope it doesn't burn me method that I was doing. All right, looks like some of those ferns are ready to go, fully ready to be harvested. So that means I'm gonna get my medical pill soon. I think I harvested one before it was ready, maybe. But I have 19 ferns, one more fern from these guys, and I'll have enough for 2 pills. And now I have 13 seeds. Hey, buddy. He was in the room. that looks to be a good spot. It's next to the shelf. I probably want, at some point, a light overhead, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now it's just about fixing the lungs so I can get back to the mining project. That's something that you'll learn about this game is you can easily have your attention diverted because the game is full of things to do. So, table's on, and chemistry station is on. So the next step of this is to stick, and let me just back up save here. I'll do Europa 1 and overwrite from last stream. Next is to get cobalt 2, because I'm going to make more than one pill, and silver. Split these stacks in half. There we go. Now I have the stacks of properly. Split this in half because it's not quite ready. Add the 10 fern, the cobalt, the silver, and make a pill medical. Lungs are cured. That's it. That's all it took. It'd be really nice to have a spare cure, though, so that's why I'm growing a little bit more fern, and I have second cobalt and second silver, so that I have backup. Magical healing pill. Oh, yeah, here we go. Has to be the exact recipe. Anything short and it will just make nothing. Now I have a spare pill. And only 7 ferns left over, which will decay in 10 hours. Okay, back on track. I know. I am very guilty of getting off track. Grow light, don't need that anymore. And push this against the wall so it's not in my way. So all of that was a diversion because I need to be creating a tunnel into that mountain, or towards that mountain. So the first thing I want here is stairs. A stair kit. I'm going to need more frames, and then I'm going to need everything for a second airlock, because the initial setup of this is not going to be pressurized. So stairs is a 2x1, as you can see, and the idea here is to stick stairs there, like that. So I need to set up the framework to allow that to happen. So in order to do that, I need to put some frames and sheets and everything to keep it airtight. And then those stairs will lead to an airlock, which will lead to the tunnel. So let's grab steel frames, wall kit. I don't need this or this. In fact, you know, I don't even really need the food and water on me at all times, because I come back into the base to eat and drink. So I could keep my food and water indoors, and it wouldn't really be a problem. And it frees up 2 more suit slots. Put medical and duct tape. Alright, plastic. And what else do I want? Glass. Alright, that will have to do for now. Let's get out there and get building. Green light. We can go. Alright, updating the priority here. Prepare for the tunnel project. And orange This next drink is on you. Cheers. I probably want more wall kits. I don't know why I walked out here with only one. So the idea is to maybe have it be glass encased. So yeah, I truly have no idea why I only have the one. So let's yeah, let's go fix that. More wall kits. And I'll need to make more glass as well with the silicon that I mined up. Whoa! Hate when my chair does that. I prefer the school chairs that I had in elementary school where you'd lean back and they were hard and the teacher was always like, "You're gonna fall!" And I was like, "Yeah, but I trust myself." And I never fell. So then we are, what do we want? Wall kits made of steel. Yoink. I'm gonna need a new batch of steel soon. The legs snapped off? Was he heavy, or was the chair shoddy, or both? I see that my batteries are topped up, so I'm gonna use the space heaters here. And I'll use the valve. It's probably enough walls. I should have probably checked if what was inside the valves was warm first. Did I put my tablet away? I did. Why did I do that? No, it's cold. So using that valve was actually chilling the base. But because it's low volume, it doesn't affect it all that much. So we'll use space heaters for now. So now that I have all those wall kits, it seems strange to be concerned about power consumption, but I'll leave one space heater on. Let's go seal the area that we're going to want to use. The chair was just old. Definitely wasn't the heaviest kid in the class. That's good. It would be, I think, more embarrassing if you were, like, clearly the heaviest kid in the class, and that happened to you. So, the trick here is that we need to make sure the environment that we're building in is sealed to the outside, so we don't end up venting the atmo in our base when we do it. So just because that looks like it should be sealed doesn't necessarily mean it's so. There is some precautions I'm going to take, but I think what I'm going to do is remove the wrench here of the foundation to see if it starts venting out. So, very spicy. Speaking of spicy, Spicy Jazz, thanks for the resub. Cheers. Whoa! Probably shouldn't have those free floating. Case of drift. Alright, let's see about this. Now, it will cool down. Because it's colder in there. But nope, it's pressurized. Sweet. All right. Stick the stairs in. As you can see, the stairs will bump my head, so what I need to do is I need to add like a higher section there, or back the stairs up. I'm going to add a higher section instead. The other question I have is, are those the kind of stairs that I want? Rails? Nah, no rails. All right, let's fix the... let's make it higher so I can actually fit. Because there's a bit of a problem here. That's an easy fix. I'm going to need more glass, though. Maybe one more wall kit. Yeah, where we're going, we don't need rails. Or safety concerns or any of that jazz.
Power critical.
Shush, my power's fine. Yeah, Yoda, you tell the game. Food and water all topped up. Green light is a go. I should probably have that green light more easily visible, but oh well, whatever. Too late to go back in time. Yeah, there is no OSHA on Europa. Unless I brought it myself, which I did not. So 1... 2... Actually, I might want these inside facing, because that will match the aesthetic of the rest of the base. All right. Come on. Oh, what? Come on. I guess I can't be inside of it. I am struggling to get a line of sight on the build spot here. I got it for like a brief... Oh. There. Pixel perfect. Okay. That's not annoying. All right, let's go inside and break the window on our airtight base. Yeah, that part, you're absolutely right, is a pain in the butt when it does that. When it needs pixel perfect setup. It's pretty annoying. All right, breaking the seal. And we're good. Still good. Now, I have to be very careful about how I mine out down here, because it would be very possible to mine where I don't have coverage. But that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Mining carefully. If you want to mine very slowly, you can use the mining pick. And it will limit the amount of terrain that you deform, allowing you to do small adjustments. Now, there will be some airflow, because what's happening here is I'm opening up space that previously didn't have anything in it, so like air floods to fill. The other thing I could do to make it a little bit more airtight is to remove the stairs that I have here. I know, I just put them down, but don't worry. It's for the better. Now that I have, like, the space of where the stairs are going, and then to install frames underneath. So I'll put a frame here, and there. I know you can't see that third one, but it's there. And then weld that to airtightness. There. Now you can see the edge of it. Alright, so let's weld that up. And that way, this will stop me from being able to, like, accidentally vent out the base from one bad swing. I can even go so far as to, because I don't have an airlock yet, I just used magic to mine through, or weld through to snow. But now at this point, I am airtight through foundations and forms, and not just, like, through the snow. And we'll just tidy that up. So then the next stage here is to build an airlock, because the initial project is not going to have a pressurized tunnel. Pressurized tunnels are going to be... they're very doable, especially on Europa. They're the most doable on Europa, but they require a little bit of, a little, like, extra work that I'm going to give you all the opportunity to, like, vote on other projects, just in case you don't want me to spend the rest of the stream doing, you know, a pressure tunnel. On my outro credits, I have RimWorld bases and 3 pawns named Bash, Shell, and Rust. So they are actually named after my Patreon patrons. So I didn't name them. So Bash, Shell, and Rust are all... Shell is Shellbell, Rust is Crimson Rust, and Bash is Bash. They're just patrons that... It's not referencing programming languages. I know, as crazy as that sounds. Alright, put the stairs back. And then, in this location, where this here is where the airlock's going to go. So that you walk down here, and then you enter an airlock. And then once... Eventually, when the whole project becomes airtight, I can remove the airlock. I won't need it anymore. And for the aesthetics, I'm going to reverse the sides of the windows here. I could double layer them, but I'm not that concerned. I'm just going to reverse it instead. So I'm going to grab those 2 wall kits from the outside and bring them in. Good time to make a save? Sure. Although I have not saved Scum yet, and I hope not to have to. But just in case. No storm incoming, we're good. I have autosave going every 5 minutes, so if I have some sort of catastrophe, I only lose up to like 5 minutes of stuff. Unless it was a slow domino effect catastrophe. But let's not think about that. So I have to be very careful dismantling this window here, because it would be very easy to crowbar both glass sheets at the same time and then vent out the base. So you have to make sure that you know what you're aiming at. Aim at the plastic. Or you're going to have a bad time. I have had autosaves fail, so yeah. There is precedent for that. You're not wrong. Yeah, if I have to save scum because of a game glitch, I wouldn't increase the death counter that's at the top left of the screen. Because, like, you know, if it's not my fault, if it's the game's fault, I probably shouldn't be blamed for it. But if it's a mistake I make, absolutely that death counter's going up. Alright, just so that I don't forget to do it, I'm going to go grab the walls outside and bring them in. Yeah, the game can glitch to all of a sudden make terrain not airtight. So you bring up a really good point, which is, even if I have a pressurized tunnel, it might be wise to have airlocks for it anyway, because the game being what it is, might see fit to just nuke my tunnel and ruin it and blow out all of the air in my base for giggles. So, yeah. Maybe we keep the airlock there. Maybe what we do instead of an airlock is just a door that opens and closes but is airtight. That way I just close it when I'm on the other side and I can pressure plate it or whatever. So in the case of a base blowout, the tunnel might leak, but the rest of the base won't. That's probably the cheapest approach. And like a relatively elegant one, I'd like to think. Alright, so I am just about done. I'm going to grab the last kit wall that's out there. I'm going for cheapest. I'm not going for aesthetics. I'm going for the absolute bare minimum so that I can get more projects in. Because Stationeers is one of those games where you can get easily deeply embroiled into one project that takes you forever. And I'd rather just show a whole lot of stuff done to the bare minimum than one project done to the maximum for education, entertainment, etc. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Alright, so now we have the... I should have built the tunnel to begin with like this, but now we have where the airlock's going to go. So I need a new airlock. So let me update. Build a tunnel airlock. Puppy treats. Sure thing. In fact, I have a treat here myself. I have a fresh cup of coffee. I would say 27 Celsius is pretty comfortable. One thing that you may have noticed is my base originally was about 105 kPa, and now it's down to 105 or 96 kPa. And the reason is I added volume to the base, but I didn't add gas. So the base got larger over here, but I didn't actually increase the amount of gas that was in here. The pressure could go up if I made it hotter, because of course air would expand, but I'm not doing that. So yeah, over to my airlocks. I'm going to need basically everything that's set up in this airlock and the new airlock. Yeah, because I'm not pressurizing it for version 1. So, oh, you know what? That light was never used. Yoink. Repurposed. Another thing that you may have noticed is I'm going for absolute minimum aesthetic. I don't care how things look. Or at least not this part of the project. Alright, that looks creepy. I can imagine, like, the Ringu girl crawling out of that. Cheese, thank you for the resub, by the way, and welcome. So, the project. We want the advanced airlock circuit board. I hope I have enough raw materials, but if I don't, I'll just do a quick trip. Then we're also going to want a sensor, 2 vents, you know, everything. We're replicating the airlock entirely, so I'm going to start throwing the airlock components over there. So a sensor. A console. Pew! What else do we need? We're going to need, obviously, a lot of cables. Then the airlock doors themselves, which would be made on here. What would be the door kit? So copper, iron. You want to see if Tusk's around? Let me see. Gave her a holler. Make sure that these are the right ones. Composite door, yep. They are correct. So I'm going to have a composite door here. And then a composite door beyond this point. So 2 composite doors, and then 2 active vents, 18 piping, 2 passive vents. I might run out of iron. Hey girl, what's up? What's up, puppy? You know you're too cute. You're gonna be punished for being too cute. God, she's too cute. Okay, what was I working on? That's the doors. I think we now need the pipe bender for everything else. So what piping do you... I have 8 pipes. How many did I end up using? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 18 pipes total. So 10 more pipes. Can I pull the lantern apart? No. You just break it down. You could hypothetically put the containers through a centrifuge for parts. That you could do. I'm like not sure why you would do it, but yeah, that you could do if you were really desperate, but it would be so much easier just to mine some iron. 2 active vents. But the lander itself, I don't believe, can be broken down for materials. Just the containers that are in them. And then 2 passive vents. Yeah, we actually had enough material. Who would have thought? I don't know if this is everything, but it's close-ish. Now the other thing is I need to secure the area there to make it airtight. I'm going to do that with minimal terrain glitches, or whatever you want to call it, with minimal terrain interference, so that it can stay looking sort of tunnely when I'm done. Red dude? Yoda says yes. Oh, forgot about my new coffee already. Oh, yes. The lifeblood of content creation. So I'm going to keep this airtight. I'll just encapsulate it with frames on three sides, hoping that the bottom is sealed with snow. Yes, it's... Oh, I don't even have enough steel on me. That's a shame. Well, gonna have to print up some more steel sheets. Yeah, you can definitely see how even simple projects take a long time. But I'm still working. There really needs to be something that looks like a water fountain. I'm really surprised at how, like, absolutely temperate the base stays without me having to work that hard. Kind of nice. So, Shona, I'm guessing you have Easter off? Happy Easter to all of you, by the way. Easy for me, who does not celebrate, to forget that that's a thing. So who has regrets about wanting a tunnel here with how long it's taken me? I would check on my Easter eggs, but my guessing is my Easter eggs are biomass now and not actually eggs. But I do have an Easter bunny. He's right here. Hi, buddy. There's my Easter bunny. Alright, here's the moment. Will it be airtight? I'm thinking yes. I mean, I really don't see why it wouldn't. So the last stage of this would be to put the steel frame down there, but I'm going to wait until I've pulled all these components out so they don't glitch into the terrain and I never see them again. And then we have the all that we need to set up the airlock, which I'll feel so much better about, because this whole time I've been risking venting out my entire base for a tunnel project. So here's the composite door. And then the other composite door is going to go deeper into this. I need to mine it out. But I need to mine carefully so as to not remove so much snow that I screw up my base. Actually, one could make the argument that it would be wise to get at least the composite door in place, because then if the composite door is in place, it doesn't really matter if the rest of... I can't screw it up fatally, I guess. So, let's do that. I wouldn't die, but I would definitely mess up my base pretty good. Thank you for tuning in to Stationeers Europa, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 14th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I was streaming with the no backseating tag enabled. which means that I'm not really looking to be told what to do or how to do it. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you like this series, please vote for it when it comes up in the polls. If you're interested to vote in the polls, the best way to do it is to join Discord. Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord, and on Discord, you can sign up for announcements when polls go live. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode. Stay safe out there, fellow Stationeers.